Hi, this is Ron Vining. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Marketing Kitchen TV. Today is all about Lego, and I'm going to share with you about some of my more recent purchases, and we will in future episodes go back in time all the way back to 1999 when Lego first struck the deal with Lucasfilm to bring Lego Star Wars to both Lego and Star Wars fans across the globe. But today we're going to talk about 2019, so 20 years later, and this is the 20th anniversary of Lego Star Wars. And so why don't we start off with the first Star Wars movie and talk about one of the recent sets that deals with that IP. Today I want to share with you first video on this. I want to share with you this MicroFighters combo set. This is the Escape Pod versus Dewback. I don't think they're actually fighting with each other, but anyway, that's pretty much what it's being called. And it's got some really cool things to it. So I want to share them with you because even though I'm a grown man, I love Star Wars and I love Lego. And so sort of the pairing of these two is just something that I have a lot of fun with. It really is a good stress relief, and it actually sort of unlocks creativity, allows me to actually do better work for my clients, believe it or not. Or maybe that's just my excuse, right? Okay, anyway, I share this set with you. I've already built the set, so you won't see any speed builds here. The parts are behind me there. But just want to talk about a couple of aspects that are new to Lego Star Wars in 2019. One of the first of them is when you buy the set, the instruction booklets have changed. Because this is a combo pack, there's two instruction booklets to this tiny set. And as you'll see here, there's a new, well, it's not a new app, but this feature is new. And this Lego Life app now has a QR code here, and you scan in the code, and what happens is the instructions will be downloaded and added to your app. And then you don't need the physical paper, and you can build them that way. Which is great for me because I sometimes need to look at, you put glasses on to look at the fine print here. So if I'm using the Life app, the Lego Life app on my iPad, it's quite easy to just pinch and pinch and push or pinch and squeeze in and be able to either magnify or reduce the size of that. So anyway, I find that to be quite cool. I'm actually guessing that the Lego group is going to phase out physical instructions for a couple of reasons. One, obviously the environment. Two, gets you to engage with them on an app. It's a good way for them to be able to track who is buying what sets as well too, right? So they can collect data about a consumer. So it gives that sort of omni-channel CRM aspect to it. And then also, did I say saves money? Yeah, saves money. So saves environment, saves money. And then really I think it's about that CRM omni-channel aspect to that. But anyway, that's pretty cool. All right, let me show you the set real quickly. And one of the pieces to the set is this really cool microfighter build of an escape pod. We've seen several escape pods from the Lego Star Wars line, so the vehicle is nothing new, but this particular design is new. It's the first time it's in the microfighter format, and I think they pretty much they do it justice. I think it's a fun little build. It's quite cool. And you can, just as the instructions show, you can sit, it comes with R2-D2, and then it also comes with C-3PO. So you could seat C-3PO down if you wanted to, and have the two of them in the shuttle. Obviously in the film, they're physically inside the vehicle. Vehicle would be probably this size, and Lego has made several sets before that were closer to the size. In fact, one came out a couple of years ago. But this is quite fun for a microfighter. And then within that set is also the Dewback. And I'm really a big Star Wars nerd and collector. So here I already have the Dewback in a display case. And you'll find in future videos that I keep all of my minifigures and related things in display cases. And one of the reasons primarily it's to protect my investment. And they are an investment because I've got a quite vast Lego Star Wars collection, and any of you others out there that collect Lego, you know, but for those of you that you don't, there's some that don't, some of the figures have gone up incrementally or astronomically in value. All right, anyway, this is the Dewback, and so this is quite cute, quite cutesy, and anyway, I think it's just a really fun build. And with that comes a new Desert Trooper or Sandtrooper, and this new for 2019 is this new helmet mold. And so this new helmet mold is actually quite controversial, because since 1999 Lego has been, or actually they were dealing with the prequel trilogy at the time in 1999, so I don't actually think that there was a Stormtrooper mold for 99. I think it was either in 2000 or 2001. Anyway, they've kept the same helmet design, just with tweaks to the printing up until this year. So in 2019 they actually changed not only the printing but the mold. And you'll see that this trooper is quite cool and unique. He has sand on him because he's in the desert sands of Tatooine, and of course he pairs and he rides the Dewback, which is quite cool. And as I mentioned, I keep everything in display cases, and I'd been waiting actually to put this figure in a display case until I filmed this video, because once he went in there he probably never would come out. So let me give you a glimpse about nerdy me and one of my display cases. I typically organize my figures based on the film property that they're in or the theme that they represent. So here it would be one of my display cases, and this is not an official Lego product. Unfortunately, I wish Lego would make something like this just to ensure that the compatibility of the studs. This has 4 rows, and there are studs in there, as you can see in the video there, so you can just lock the figure's legs in there. Because this is not an official product, sometimes the studs are a little bit they're either a little bit too small or just a little bit too snug. So sometimes the figures you got to squish in there just a little bit more, a little bit uncomfortable about that. If that's the case, then I won't put them in. Or sometimes they're too loose and then the figures just fall down, and so that doesn't work. But anyway, there's some solutions to that. Maybe that's not the point of today's video. But so this would be the box containing all of the sort of original trilogy. And so currently for me, that's going back to starting with Solo, a Star Wars story, going then to Star Wars Rebels, animated TV series, then to Rogue One, then A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So actually the line of figures that have been encompassing that are in 3 different cases, but this is sort of more the traditional Stormtrooper or everything trooper, if you will, mold. So let me just put this new guy right in here, and you just for you guys, you get to see me add him to the collection. Woo! I know you're quite excited. Dun, dun, dun. And I actually have left a spot for him to put him with the other Sandtroopers that were in the line, and then we'll actually, when he's in there, you can also get a better glimpse of what the new head mold looks like in relation to the other material. And actually what I didn't pre-plan was that I'm going to have to move stuff out of the way in order to get him in here, but that's what happens when you record live, right? All right, so let's see. Dun, dun, dun. All right, I've just added him to the collection right here, and so here's the new 2019 Sandtrooper in comparison with some of the older ones. So this is actually my oldest Sandtrooper, and he came with the first Dewback that came out, and that Dewback had a different design. I don't have the Dewback, I just have the Sandtrooper that's right here, and as you can see, the helmet mold is a little bit different. And what's really cool too is that he has back printing on his helmet, which is unique, because the other Stormtroopers, they do in the film, but they didn't until this new head mold and this new head print have the black on there as well too. So anyway, he's quite cool, and I'm quite excited to add him to my traditional Stormtrooper collection here. In each one of these cases, by the way, too, or boxes, is one unique variation of each figure. I don't have every Lego Star Wars figure that's been made. I've tried to stick to sort of certain themes, like I like the Empire, I like the First Order, I like Clone Troopers. So those I have one of every print, if you will, or variation of print. So anyway, that's quite cool. This particular one was a polybag, promotion with purchase, which was quite cool. And as I mentioned, I've got some figures here. Here's some figures from Rogue One. Here's from Solo, a Star Wars story. Also from Rogue One over here. Some of them are from the expanded universe. Some of them are from Lego's own IP, which would be the why is that name escaping? The Yoda Chronicles right there. And even though those were set in the Clone Wars era, they're actually wearing a traditional Stormtrooper helmet, so that's why the three figures there in the middle are included. All right, anyway, so that's, to me anyway, that's quite cool. All right, so you get to see me put that one in there. Great, right? Also, just want to share this with you here. This is not the original Dewback, but this was the second Dewback that was produced, as opposed to the MicroFighter buildable Dewback. So obviously this one is much more detailed. This is probably, this would be the best of the three that have been made so far. And this is by far the cutest. All right, so anyway, thought I would share that with you as well. And of course, he goes in his own case as well. All right, that's it for this particular video. I thank you for tuning in, taking a look at my Escape Pod versus Dewback MicroFighters set. I wouldn't exactly call it a review, but I just thought I would share it with you. And I'll be filming some other ones today, so please watch out for them. All right, thanks a lot. And again, I'm Ron Vining. Thank you for tuning in to MarketingKitchenTV, where we could talk about just about anything related to marketing. And I guess the marketing twist to this one was only the fact that in 1999, that I'm not sure if you were aware of it or not, but in 1999, just 2 years prior, Lego was on the verge of bankruptcy. They had lost their last patent, and they were headed in the wrong direction. They teamed up with Star Wars. They acquired the use of the license of the Star Wars IP, and the rest was history. And Lego, as you might be aware, has gone on, because of their success with not only the Star Wars IP, but the IP of other brands, they've gone on to be the most successful toy maker on the planet. And when you figure Lego is pretty much one sort of product line, unlike a company like Hasbro or Mattel that makes so many different types of toys, for Lego to be in the first position several years in a row now is quite impressive. But obviously they're just not about film, right? They're not just about bricks. There's the Lego movie, Lego Batman movie, Lego Batman movie 2 coming out soon. They do a number of shorts, TV series with Ninjago. Actually, there was a Ninjago movie also too, as well as Star Wars properties on TV, like the Freemaker series, as well as the Yoda Chronicles. So Lego, and of course Lego video games, are quite successful. They had a Toys to Life program as well too, called Lego Dimensions, which was quite popular initially, but then Lego decided to cancel that after, I believe it was 3 years or so, which was unfortunate because I really wanted to get into that. I'm actually quite glad that I didn't. And actually a lot of companies have gotten out. Disney was involved with Disney Infinity, was involved in the Toys to Life category as well, and they got out. So quite odd that happened. All right, anyway, video's gone too long. I just thought I needed to throw in a marketing piece to make sure that this actually was the Marketing Kitchen, right? And that we actually talked about what I promised that we would in each particular episode. A little bit something related to marketing. All right, thanks a lot. Again, Ron Vining, Marketing Kitchen TV. Catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.